Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back again, once again, with another video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rap Packs. I keep saying that. Damn, what the hell's going on with me, bro? Welcome back to J Reacts. This is your boy Jay the Sensei. If y'all don't know who I am, I do reaction videos, gameplay videos. I do like reaction to nerdcore artists of any kind. I do regular music too. I do videos to other things as well, and I do gameplays as well. Hope y'all enjoy this channel. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching. After so long, we're doing another reaction to Death Battle. It has been a while since we reacted to Death Battle. There's been so much I missed. I'm gonna catch up with many Death Battles. I'm gonna catch up with them. All right, you might. This is dropping. This one is dropping today. You might see the next one. I don't know, Thursday, Friday. I don't know, but we'll see. Today's Death Battle we're reacting to is Cell versus Metal Sonic, Dragon Ball Z versus Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm gonna be real with you. All right, and listen. I know I'm a Dragon Ball fan. If y'all know this channel, if y'all know me, I am a huge Dragon Ball fan. Dragon Ball is my favorite anime of all time. But when I say that this is a one-sided fight, I mean this in all respect. This is a one-sided fight. And what I mean by that, I mean is Metal Sonic is going to beat the shit out of Cell. Now, listen, I could be wrong. Alright? But from what I know about Cell, I know a lot about Cell, okay? And already saying that, I think I might actually know who wins. But who knows? I could be wrong. But like, if they're gonna introduce Cell Max into this conversation, then yeah, it's wraps for Sonic, so Metal Sonic. But if they're just keeping it basic to basic Cell and shit, then yeah, it's wraps for Cell in my opinion. But who knows? I could be wrong. I'm putting my money on Metal Sonic. I could be wrong though. We'll see. Before we get into this, if you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit up my music channel. We are at, as of right now, 492 subscribers. We are 8 numbers away from 500. From 500, we are 8 numbers away. So if y'all could do that, the channel will be in the description below. Go check it out. Check out my music. You know. And let's get us to 500. We are at 220 on this channel for J Reacts. Let's get 250 for this one. But yeah, let's not waste any time, y'all. Let's get straight into it. Y'all. Let's go.
Fight! Cell versus Metal Sonic.
Which copycat android is truly the superior model?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor.
He's copycat too, no? Oh, I forgot about that. They're copycats. Shit. I think Selma won this.
And skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I think Selma actually won this. I could be wrong. Selma might win this.
There's a monster stalking Gingertown. No one who's seen it has lived to tell the tale. All it left behind was their clothes. Something ate these people's insides, leaving only a shadow behind.
Some kind of creature driven only by the need to feed. Earth's new apex predator, the ultimate life form.
The Namekian Piccolo went to investigate this manslayer and discovered that it was intelligent. Its tail could unravel to absorb its hapless victims and add their energy to its wretched gestalt.
But the nightmare was only just beginning, because for its last trick, somehow this freak of nature knew the Kamehameha.
The mystery of this creature's origin was decades in the making. Years ago, the world was terrorized by the most advanced paramilitary organization in history, the Red Ribbon Army.
Until they got rocked by this little kung fu
AKA anime's version of you know,
gremlin, Son Goku.
But Red Ribbon's dream of revenge lived on within their head scientist, Dr. Giro.
Hiding away in his spooky cave laboratory, Giro would go to work studying the Z fighters from afar, learning everything there was to know about them.
And building a series of androids that would destroy his spiky-haired nemesis once and for all.
He made a ton of them. Infinite energy androids, key absorbing androids, trucker head androids, and even ginger androids.
However, none of Giro's creations were capable of matching that drive to improve that Goku and his fellow martial artists possessed.
Luckily, he had one more android left. A cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Giro's death to complete. Its name was Cell.
Born from a single cell, get it? This android possessed the genetic information of all the greatest warriors that had battled on Earth, and, when fully evolved, would become unstoppable.
And with their DNA, Cell absorbed all their powers and techniques too.
Common among all of them is the power to manipulate Ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize it to fire energy blasts, fly at faster than light speeds, move things with telekinesis, and create force fields.
From the humans, Krillin and Tien, Cell knows the multiform technique, Destructo Disc, and the Tri-Beam, his extra special favorite. Oh, weird, I'm not seeing Chaozu on this list. Sorry, bud.
Is Chaozu human?
Oh.
Okay. Cell can fire the Death Beam, as well as breathe in.
He's not. Chaozu's not a human. I just forgot what Chaozu was, but he's not human, that's for sure.
And travel through the vacuum of space with the alien genes of Frieza and his father.
And because he's got Piccolo's DNA, Cell can regenerate humongous damage to his body.
Which makes sense. I think you just mentioned it. Frieza and his entire race can survive in a vacuum. They can survive in a vacuum of space, which is good, right? Which is why, if y'all ever watched Resurrection F, you would know that Frieza blew up the world. And Reese was like, nope, Frieza's still alive because his race is able to survive. The only way to actually kill Frieza is to literally kill him, right? Dropping him into space will do nothing.
Cost of some keys.
Cell has survived having half his body vaporized multiple times and cannot be destroyed unless the small cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Should that little bugger survive, Cell will always return, even stronger than before because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Definitely the cream of the genetic crop.
Sure, he can perfectly replicate attacks like the Gallic Gun, Spirit Bomb, and of course Kamehameha, as well as teleport by locking onto a living being's key signature.
But the best part of being a Saiyan is how much crazy stronger they get every time they almost die.
They can even evolve to become orders of magnitude stronger in the midst of battle. Combine that with Cell's healing factor, and he is effectively the ultimate warrior.
Like a perpetual shonen motion machine.
Driven by...
Okay, sorry to pause again, y'all. I've actually been seeing a lot of people wonder, because it was a while ago. Y'all remember the Tournament of Power that happened in Dragon Ball? Well, a lot of people want to know, like, if they didn't resurrect Frieza, who would be the best choice? Everyone said the next best choice would have been Cell, which honestly, Cell is a very good choice, right? Even if they couldn't bring back Frieza, Cell would be the next big choice, which was actually very. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing to do, right? The only reason why Cell wouldn't work in that situation is because from the moment Cell was created, everything, like, even during this whole Cell arc when he died, that was it. That was like the point of where he can go, right? Goku, Vegeta, and them are all like a completely different level now, and it will take way too long for Cell to even get close to their level, right? That's why Frieza was the most better choice, because that was the whole point of Resurrection F, so he could get stronger and then lead to more power. So I don't care how much y'all say that Resurrection F was a garbage arc. It wasn't that great, but it was an important one.
By a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour Giro's previous androids, 17 and 18, believing it would make him perfect.
Only one problem. The Cell we know was born in the future, and both 17 and 18 had been destroyed. So he murdered Trunks and went back in time. Not our Trunks, future Trunks. Well, not future Trunks, but another future Trunks. It's very...
Yeah, it's very confusing. That whole Trunks timeline is so confusing.
Complicated. There's like 5 timelines.
As Cell defeated and absorbed the androids, he evolved, not only getting stronger, but changing his personality and developing a lust for battle.
He became less creepy bug serial killer and more, well, Saiyan. After exploiting that very Saiyan arrogance and warrior's pride, Cell finally became...
I'm sorry to pause once again, but fun fact, Cell Saga was actually the first arc of Dragon Ball I actually watched out of order. Obviously, it was the first one I watched, and I honestly very enjoyed it.
perfect.
Very
and
fun.
easily dominated Trunks and Vegeta, the latter of whom had
Yeah,
decades
I
of
remember
battle
that fight.
experience under his belt.
Perfect Cell's
Damn.
power was off the
Vegeta's
charts.
asshole.
He could threaten the whole Earth just by powering up. With a full power Kamehameha, he was even capable of destroying our entire solar system.
While the vast majority of our solar system's mass is located in the sun, this still means that Cell's Ki wave would have to reach 2.8 billion miles to eradicate every planet.
But Wiz, maybe he was just exaggerating.
Not likely. Cell's claim has been backed up in multiple guidebooks and even demonstrated outright in the video games.
Cell's even stronger in the anime adaptation, considering the time Frieza blew up Namek. In the anime, the explosion was literally hundreds of light years wide and lit up the friggin' galaxy.
And Cell was
Damn.
far stronger than Frieza was at that point in time.
Hell, the Namekians could
Yeah,
sense
he
him
was.
all the way from a different galaxy and thought he might be a threat to the whole universe.
He's also incredibly fast, capable of blitzing even the strongest Z fighters at the time. Goku flew from Grand Kai's planet of heaven all the way to hell, hundreds of billions of light years in half a minute. And that was in his base form.
Yeah, that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze mini Cell Juniors out of your butt? What? Never
Yeah.
heard of that key technique? Call it the Kegel.
Perfect Cell was entirely without peer and, no longer wedded to Giro's petty grudge, decided to prove it with a tournament.
The Cell
Cell
Games!
Games.
And if Goku couldn't even beat him, what hope did anyone else have? Vegeta couldn't even handle a Cell Jr.
Their last hope was Goku's own son, Gohan.
After Cell
Which is by far this is why Dragon Ball is one of the greatest animes ever, because just this anime alone has some of the best moments in anime history. Half of the best moments of anime come from this one. Come from this. You got Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time. Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. Alright? Goku Spirit Bomb. You know what I'm saying? Goku, like, there's so much big moments that happen, and anime was
arrogantly let him
Dragon Ball
power
was-
up. Gohan
powerful.
unleashed his rage, pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits, and beat him. Wow,
Damn,
Cell,
bro, you
really
got your ass whooped by
are
a
related
child.
to Vegeta, aren't you?
In truth, Cell was a victim of his own success. The same Saiyan genes that made him all-powerful also sowed the seeds of his defeat.
He got so mad he even blew himself up. Maybe he does have some Chaozu in him after all.
Even that wasn't enough to totally put him down, and he came back with the same Super Saiyan power-up that Gohan had just unlocked.
Super perfect Cell! Now with more lightning. In a battle for the ages, Cell put the entire weight of his biological programming against one lone Saiyan and went the distance.
But in the end, it still wasn't enough. No matter how brilliantly Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for going beyond.
What can be destroyed can always be rebuilt. All it takes
Yep.
to recreate the most fearsome warrior in the universe is one single Cell.
So, okay, so I guess he didn't add Cell Max, so which I don't think would have made much sense, but he was still Cell.
Hey, real quick, did you know Death Metal launched our own tabletop gaming channel? It's called The Nightly Brew. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons, Blood on the Clock Tower, and a bunch of other stuff. I'd love if you could check it out. We just finished our campaign through the old school Tomb of Horrors, the most infamous dungeon in D&D history. Here's a clip. You quadruple in size.
I will.
And
That's
bump
where it
into
is.
multiple.
Alright, welcome back, y'all.
Time and again, the world and its cuddly forest critters were threatened by the evil and oval Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
And time and again, that
No,
same
come on.
world and those same critters were saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. No matter how many robotic badniks the good
I
doctor threw
forgot
his
Sonic. I forgot Sonic had
spiky
a
nemesis,
TV show.
his schemes
I
were
forgot
always
he did.
6 spin jumps to the glowing weak spot away from getting cracked and scrambled.
But it wouldn't be over easy for Eggman. If he couldn't defeat the blue blur, he would make his own Metal Sonic.
Well, 0 points on creativity for that name,
It's
but
literally just so.
goddamn, he does look metal as hell.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, so Eggman built Metal with more than enough blast processing to match his prototype.
Metal
Which I
can
think is
zoom
going to
around
be
at
in
massively
Sonic
hypersonic
4.
speeds, fast enough to
see,
fly to nearby planets
Metal
in
Sonic.
seconds.
He's tougher than Eggman's standard equipment, some of which can survive black holes.
Metal can use all of Sonic's power-ups and even replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his his own.
He can attack with energy blasts, fire a chest laser, surround himself in an electric aura, or an impenetrable force field.
By overloading his circuitry with energy, Metal can activate V maximum overdrive, quadrupling his acceleration and obliterating anything in his path, at the risk of self-destructing.
You'd think all that'd be enough to turn the rodent into roadkill, but it only took one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
On paper, Metal should be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For some reason, Eggman wasn't able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpened his AI into a seething hatred of his rival and a burning desire to prove himself superior.
Yeah, well, when you're getting your supersized red ass handed to you by Charmy B, you know something's gone horribly wrong.
Metal's defeats
For
gave
real.
him an existential crisis. If he was created to surpass
Giving
Sonic
ro-
and couldn't even manage
my God, existential crisis as a robot. A robot. You know, the last person to have that was Ultron.
that, what was he? Why
Ultimate
should
Vision.
he exist?
Never one to admit defeat, Eggman took Metal back to the drawing board and birthed him anew. You.
This Neo Metal Sonic was, above all, far smarter.
Especially after he copied Eggman's intelligence and took over his empire. And we mean literally copied. If Metal started as Sonic's copycat, why not hunt all of his furry friends down and copy them too?
Neo Metal Sonic is equipped with scanners in his optic receptors that can copy a person's biodata, giving him the ability to recreate all of their abilities in seconds.
Like the Sonic Boom, Knuckles' Hammer Punch, Tails' magical swiveling asshole, and Big's ability to suck at fishing.
Metal
When
isn't
you
just
put it
learning
like
their
that-
moves, he can replicate more esoteric powers like Silver Psychokinesis, manufacture Rouge's mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon invisibility. It's worth mentioning that
Damn.
biological data is a real scientific term and can refer to molecular structures like the genome sequence within a living organism's DNA.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably helps that he can shapeshift and regenerate his whole body from a puddle.
Likely by copying one of the mightiest beings on the planet, the god of destruction, Chaos.
Not the only chaos he's encountered.
By scanning the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, he gained his ability to manipulate some of the most powerful artifacts in the universe.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
Yes, the emeralds contain an infinite wellspring of mystical power
Metal Sonic looking very unbeatable right now.
and life energy. With them, Metal can perform Shadow's chaos control.
No,
he can
I'm still
teleport,
putting my
warp,
money
and
on
distort
Metal Sonic,
space,
though.
boost his speed,
Like-
and stop time. And with either the Chaos Emeralds or Master Emerald, he can transform into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Completely invulnerable and completely golden, Super Neo Metal Sonic can move at faster than light speeds and has the power to move continents.
The emeralds are inconceivably powerful. They've been
Actually, you know what? No, I think Cell might win this.
used to fuel
think
Eggman's
so.
Death Egg, which could obliterate star
I don't know.
systems.
On their
Tough.
own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Other super characters like Sonic have battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and timelines in seconds. At their peak, 3 super hedgehogs have even fought Solaris, who nearly consumed Sonic's entire multiverse.
So Super Neo Metal Sonic should be just as powerful as any of them. Though he's gotta be quick, because all that power only lasts a short time.
The road to total domination was nearly at an end. After manipulating Sonic and friends and copying their abilities, Metal eventually combined their biodata with the mighty Egg Fleet and became Metal Overlord.
Complete with missiles,
Looking like a
giant
mixture
crystal
of
projectiles,
Charmander,
and the
What's
strength to
that?
match
Charizard?
3 supersonic heroes all by himself, Overlord is all-time final boss material.
And he knew it. His ego might as well have had its own health bar. Metal's drive to surpass his rival had morphed into the delusional belief that he was the original, and Sonic the loathsome copy.
A copy that Metal had finally outclassed. All the heroes Metal had gathered had to team up to take him down.
He may have stolen their abilities, but Metal never possessed the thing that made the Sonic heroes successful: their friendship and teamwork.
Aw, how cute! Gag. Probably should have added some of
real.
those goddamn rails to the final boss fight, because it is impossible to land on those things. Ahem. After
It
getting
really is.
trashed again, Eggman reprogrammed Metal to purge any bits of rebelliousness from his code.
Metal returned to being the Eggman Army's chief enforcer, always proving invaluable as the Bad Doctor's greatest creation, now completely obedient once again.
I don't know, Wiz. Who knows what's really going on behind those glowing red eyes? Maybe Metal is more cunning than he lets on, and is only biding his time until he can take over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied was the ability to lie.
Oh.
Hey, I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick. And if you don't believe me, well, what about now? That's what I thought. Look, the matchup is about to begin, and we can't wait for you to see it. But first, I want to tell you about a brand new thing coming to the Death Battle store, and it's something you guys have been asking for. Matchup pitches. It's a way to meet with me and Ben, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch us a matchup that you've been wanting to see. Any matchup, any way you like. We'd love to hear from you. This was originally a Kickstarter reward, but due to popular demand, we wanted to keep it going. A lot of episodes of Death Battle that are currently being worked on are because of a pitch. So we want to give each pitch the time it needs, so quantity is limited, so you better act quick. Death Battle pitches are available right now on deathbattle.gg. That's our website that's like a Patreon mixed with some other stuff. And if you're a website member, you get discounts on all of our merch, including the pitch calls. While you're there, make sure you check out the Death Battle Retro Tee. It's a shirt we made like over a decade ago. The first Death Battle shirt, I found the file and recreated it, only on a much nicer shirt.
Oh,
So check
Chad,
that
you
out while
found
you're
the
there.
file, huh?
Anyway, let's get to the fight. I know you want to see it, and Boomstick wants to see one of these copycats get copy-capped. So here we go, and remember, deathbattle.gg. We want to hear your pitches. Thanks.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
This is kind of difficult. I didn't even know.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your reputation precedes you. Bring me your strongest fighter.
I might
or
actually
face
go with Self, though.
and prepare to kneel before your master. Perfect.
Animation quality, amazing. Okay. Alright, Self.
Tell me.
I've noticed from these death battles, when one of them starts to go all out and go like in their fight, they're gonna win.
Does a
I've noticed the
machine like
pattern.
yourself ever experience fear? Not anymore.
Wow, you're going all out right now, huh? Damn, my man said eat the planet, man.
Fool, you're dealing with the ultimate life form. I already possess his data. Observe. Chaos! Control. Life form data successfully copied. Scum! It'll take more than that to kill me, puppet!
Damn, this quality is disgusting.
I know. Now I know everything about you, insect.
Damn! Wow, okay. Oh, that's sick. That is sick.
Soon, go. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. that is
greatest
so
warrior
sick.
in the universe. I am all of them. If you are all of them, then so am I. I'll never lose to a machine
Oh no!
like
I think you're dead, bro. Yeah, you're cooked. So I apologize, brother. Yeah, you're done for. Oh wait. Oh no, you're done for.
I'll crush you.
Metal Sonic. Like I said.
KO!
Did I say that from the start?
Now
Metal Sonic's
Metal's
gonna
got
win?
all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that world's fucked. Our bad.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball
Well,
Z,
that
but
was
Eggman's greatest creation ultimately proved too much for him. Let's break this down into 4 categories: strength, speed, abilities, and adaptation.
First up, who was the strongest? Well, it's no surprise that any version of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe on his own.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he could destroy it in one go, especially since it's only brought up theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse, and Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes the edge in strength.
And with Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who in Shadow Generations can destroy entire universes in seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe, we can estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after.
That's what I was thinking of too. I'm like, wait, remember, Cell got all his copies Goku's powers, including his speed, right? Goku was able to travel from heaven to hell in half of a minute.
The Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Hey, just like Time Eater. The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell can move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed. You know, the thing Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that. Let's see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with Chaos Control, that became a lot tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time, something that countered Cell's speed advantage and left him open. And with Silver's psychokinesis, or the Emerald spatial distortion, Metal could seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn, Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us with the one thing they're both known for, their capability to evolve and become more powerful in response to their opponents.
I would argue, though, this is just me, though, I would argue, is that because they mentioned that the emeralds have a certain time limit, now, I think maybe it went out, but if it didn't go out, that kind of would have busted the entire thing, because you said they had a time limit, right? And the time limit wasn't up, or Or he went all out. But you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
aka their adaptation.
And frankly, that's where this back and forth completely breaks. Because at the end of the day, metal can copy Cell, but Cell can't absorb metal.
Cell's ability to physically absorb an opponent is
That's what we did.
primarily
Okay, that's
viable
fine.
against foes he can match or overpower.
Even if he took metal by surprise, he can't absorb fully inorganic robots like Android 16.
Cell was only able to absorb androids 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more
Yeah.
like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
Metal, on the other hand, can copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could easily accomplish during a time stop.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z Warriors too.
Remember, Metal's copying applies to abilities that fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place, quite literally biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's key techniques? Believe it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being able to produce life energy, similar to Ki, so there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this point, there's nothing stopping Metal from, say, stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level, just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do anything the Z Fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, cause Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous advantages. Metal's copy ability is just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it Sonic CD.
Why's that?
Cell died. Where's
Sonic
he? You get it? CD?
Ah.
Where you
Boo.
go? Come on back. Next
Boo.
time on Death Battle.
Who that? Who that? Who is that? Oh, good lord. No. No. Bakugo versus...
Subscribe
Yo!
and join us.
Versus Reze? Oh! Shit! I ain't gonna lie to you. Bakugo, pack it up. Back it up, Bakugo. Listen! I know much about Reze for me to know how much of a fucking demon she is. Bakugo, pack it up. Pack it up, bro. I love you, bro. But pack it up. I could be wrong too. I could be wrong, but for now, pack it up. That's all I'm saying. Pack it up. Well, guys, this has been another reaction to Death Battle. Step one Thursday because I just catch up on Death Battle. So yeah, step one Thursday, 100%. Anyways, y'all, catch y'all in another video. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, subscribe to the music channel, subscribe to the channel here, and I'll see y'all with another video. Stay blessed. Damn, my eye itchy, bro. Damn. Wait, you still here? The video's done, gang. Get out of here.